Okay, today we are going to start solving one-step equations. We're solving for x. I got my little Betsy emoji there to keep us positive. So you get a little discouraged, just look over there and know that Betsy is saying, you got this. I know you can do it. All right, remember, every time I do a problem, I read the problem out loud first. We are being asked to solve for x. X plus 6 equals 8. This is an equation because it has an equal sign. The first thing I like to do is go over to the equal sign and put a line right down it, a light line. That's separating the two sides of the equation. And our goal is to get the x by itself on one side. So the next thing I like to do is go over to the term with the x. The terms are separated by plus or minus signs. So on the left side, we have two terms. I want to get the x term by itself. So I'm boxing that x out. And that's what I want to leave alone. Anything outside the box, I have to move to the other side. So we need to take this positive 6 and move it to the other side. I don't want x plus 6 equals, I want x equals. So to get rid of the positive 6, what we have to do is subtract 6. But whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other because we need to keep the equation balanced. So there we go. And when I subtract 6, look what happens on the left side. A positive 6 and a negative 6 cancel out, and you're left with x. I'm going to bring down my equal sign. 8 take away 6 is 2. So x equals 2. If you want to check your answer, all you got to do is bring that 2 up and replace x with it. 2 plus 6 equals 8. It checks. We got it right. Yay. All right, let's go on and do another problem. Here, again, we're being asked to solve for x. And in solving for x, the first thing I want to do is read the equation. I have x minus 1 equals 0. Now, I'm going to put my little line down the equal sign to separate the two sides of the equation, just as a reminder. As you go along and the problems get more difficult, this may be of help to you. Then my goal, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to solve for x. So I need to get this x by itself. So I'm going to box it out again. There we go. All I want on the left side is x. Right now I have x minus 1. So how are we going to get rid of that minus 1? By adding 1. We do the opposite. And whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. We got to stay balanced. So looking on the left side, a negative 1 and a positive 1 eliminate each other. And we're left with x equals 0 plus 1, 1. So x equals 1 is our answer. Now, if I want to go back up there and put it in for x, 1 minus 1 is 0. It checks out. Checks. Now we've done adding and subtracting. Let's take a look at something with multiplying and dividing. So we're going to go back over here. We're going to open another page. Here we go. Again, what's our first step? Read the problem out loud. It will make a difference because it sticks in your head what this equation is saying. So I've got 3 times x. When there's nothing between the number and the letter, it means multiply. I got 3 times x equals 9. Now, again, the sides are separated here by putting this line down there. I got my left side and my right side. But on the left side, I'm not adding or subtracting anything. I'm just multiplying. So since in the problem, they're multiplying, to get rid of the multiplication, we're going to divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And when I do that, take a look over here. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and I'm left with x. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and that's my answer. Again, if you want to check it, you can go back up here and put 3 in for x. Remember, it's 3 times x. So 3 times 3 is 9. It works. We got it right. Yay! I hope everybody's doing all right. If you are struggling, please put some comments down and I will go back and take a look at them and see how I can help you. Our next problem is we did adding, subtracting, and multiplying. So let's take a look at a division problem. Now, I do my division a little differently. So take a look at what I'm going to do here. So we're going to start by reading the problem. I'm going to read the problem. Solve for x. X divided by 7 equals -5. You see on the left side how we have a fraction? Well, I can make the right side a fraction pretty easily by putting that -5 with a 1 underneath it. Now I have a fraction equal to a fraction, which is called a proportion. Does anybody remember how to solve a proportion? Let me know in the comments how you're doing here. Remember, to solve a proportion, that's when we cross multiply. So I'm going to take x times 1, which is x. Then we're going to bring down our equal sign. And then we're going to take 7 times -5. A positive 7 times a -5. A positive times a negative is a negative. 7 times 5 is 35. And that's our answer. If you want to go back and put it in for x, it says x divided by 7 equals -5. Well, -35 divided by 7, a negative divided by a positive is a negative. 35 divided by 7 is 5, so we get -5. So our answer checks. I hope this was helpful to you. I am going to do another set of problems similar to this, and again, use x as being negative. Also, to make sure that you have an understanding of an easy way to get rid of the negative when x is negative. So I hope this has been helpful. If you look at the thumbnails for my video, this one is called number 1, next to Betsy. The one that goes with this will be called 1A, and that's what you'll see next. If this has been helpful, I would really appreciate if you subscribe, ask questions. I'm here for you. There's so much more to come, and I'm really happy you're taking the time to watch. Thank you.